The Carl Vinson is essentially a mobile air base that can be swiftly deployed to command the air over any trouble spot. Since the deck of the carrier is too short for a jet takeoff run, 4 catapults launch the planes into the air with steam fed from the nuclear power plant. Landing on the short carrier deck requires the pilot to approach in perfect position and speed for the plane's tail hook to catch one of 4 arrestor cables stretched across the deck. Even with a perfect approach, the tail hook doesn't always catch. Pilots apply full power at touchdown, so if they falter, they can regain the air and approach again. Ground control for the carrier is flight deck control. Controllers track the location and status of all of the carrier's aircraft on a large model of the flight and hangar decks. The tower is primary flight control in the top of the carrier's island. Flight operations from launch to touchdown are under the command of the Air Boss. The carrier also has a complete radar air traffic center and carries its own Hawkeyes, airborne radar platforms with controllers on board. The hangar bay is a complete maintenance shop, capable of major aircraft repairs as well as routine maintenance and storage. 4 elevators move the aircraft between the hangar bay and the flight deck. The ship can carry 3 million gallons of aviation fuel, enough to support the air wing for more than 2 weeks, and oilers rendezvous with the carrier on a regular basis to top off its aviation fuel tanks. Almost half of the crew members aboard the Carl Vinson are involved with the aircraft and their missions. On deck, colored shirts quickly distinguish the crewmen and their jobs. When the Carl Vinson departs its San Francisco home for a 6-month deployment, it becomes a self-contained city at sea with a population of more than 5,000 crew members. About half of the crew is directly involved in the carrier's air mission. The rest are assigned to the running of the ship and providing for the daily life aboard. 2 nuclear reactors provide power for the ship, not only to drive it at up to 33 knots, but to cook the 15,000 meals
Line it up. Call the ball. Come right. Come right. Wave off. Call the ball. Too low. Bolter, bolter, bolter.
Attaining and maintaining carrier qualification demands constant practice. In these qualification runs, you'll start about a mile behind the carrier at an altitude of 600 feet. Approaching at 130 knots, you must line up to the deck, which is angled 8 degrees to the left of the carrier's center line. At 3/4 of a mile out, you should be in the groove, lined up and at an altitude of 300 feet to establish a glide slope of 3.5 degrees. The meatball on the port side of the ship will help you maintain the proper glide slope. The LSO will help to guide you in. As you enter the groove, he'll ask you to confirm that you can see the ball. And if you're not in position to land safely, he'll wave you off before you cross the ramp. If you're waved off, immediately establish positive climb attitude and press the A button to go to full power and raise your landing gear and tail hook. There are 4 arresting cables strung across the deck. Your target is the 3rd wire. Even with a perfect